Crooked River State Park review with Mike and Lisa.
This is Goad country. Come on in and take a ride. Hey y'all, we are working our way through the state parks of Georgia, and this week we made it to Crooked River State Park. This was our most anticipated park of the year. Because of the 2020 pandemic, we were only able to get in for 3 days, and there were no choices about our site. We took the one single that was left.
As with our visits to most parks, we find that the staff are friendly, the parks are clean, and they work hard to keep it that way.
So as we review each of these parks, we are going to need a yardstick by which to measure each one.
Our reviews are based on campground location, comfort and facilities, things to do, and atmosphere. And since we are homeschoolers, we love the A through F rating system, and we'll be using it for our campground reviews.
Our first category is campground location. This campground is located about 10 miles off of Exit 6 on I-95 in St. Mary's, Georgia, next door to the Kings Bay Naval Submarine Base. It was super easy to get to, the roads were wide and straight. There were easy turns into the park. Honestly, it was one of the easier campgrounds to get to.
So for campground location, we would give this an A+.
Our second category is comfort and facilities. This park offers 62 level clean sites with 30 and 50 amp electricity and water. Our cell service was middle of the road. We got about 2 bars with our Verizon cell service. We were able to reserve Site 3 because it was the only one available that week, and we only got it for 3 days. It wasn't our preferred campsite because it was so busy, and likely it was the worst campsite in our opinion. We lucked out that we were able to get it for any amount of days, and we had to go out and find another site for 2 more days. So I'm going to go ahead and refer you to our campground review of Traders Hill Campground because that's where we ended up, and that's in Folkston, Georgia. There were 2 comfort stations. The first one, which was near us, was very dated, but it was clean. The water pressure was not there at all, though. I hope they update this comfort station soon. Second comfort station was on the other loop. It was modern and new. It was well laid out and ADA accessible. They had 2 restrooms for just ADA accessibility, and they were the best layout I've ever seen.
They had 1 office and gift shop combination on site, and another shop by the boat ramp that sold fishing supplies. For groceries and household supplies, you could travel right down the road in St. Mary's, and there's also a Dollar General about a mile from the campground. I love that we had a turtle barrow on our site behind the RV. That was a unique experience.
They have 1 dump station. It isn't paved, and it was kind of wet and rutted. If it were up to me, I would pave it because I would worry that some of the bigger rigs might get stuck in here.
For overall comfort and facilities, we give this a B+. Our third category is things to do. This is where Crooked River shines. There is a lot to do. On the park, there's fishing, biking, hiking, mini golf, multiple playgrounds, fitness area, kayaking or canoeing, and so many opportunities to view wildlife. They're currently adding to the bee habitat and have a few colonies there. They have many roped off areas for gopher turtle habitation that you can walk up to and get photos. Some of the campsites have their own viewing of these roped off areas. There's a pond with at least 1 alligator and several herons. There's also several nature viewing blinds that you can sit in and watch for birds, rabbits, deer, and whatever else you can see. If you're a photographer, this is definitely a great place to come.
Outside the campground, you have the quaint little town of St. Mary's. It has some dining opportunities, a submarine museum, which was closed due to the pandemic, much to our disappointment, and at the visitor center you can board a ferry to get to Cumberland Island. Honestly, you could spend a couple of days exploring St. Mary's and not get bored. We also used this location to branch out from and went to Florida to visit Amelia Island for a day at the beach. As a side note, we stumbled across the PIPPY Longstocking house. If you're into lighthouses like my wife, you can see the Amelia Island Lighthouse. It's behind a fence in someone's backyard. Please be respectful to these people's property. There is a side street you can pull into instead of the residence driveway to view the lighthouse at the gate.
We also took the opportunity to visit Whataburger in Amelia Island just for Mike. Being a Texan, he missed his favorite burger chain.
Which is why we went to Amelia Island in the first place.
So for things to do, we give A++, and I already told Mike we are going back.
The fourth and final category is atmosphere. It was quiet. It's definitely family friendly. We saw so many families of all varieties. Everyone was super nice and polite. The staff was fantastic.
The campground hosts looked like they were having way too much fun over there too.
So we give this an A+ for overall atmosphere.
So with an A+, B+, A++, and A+, Crooked River is an A+ grade park and our highest rated campground so far. Did I mention we'll be back?
In these videos, we're going to give you our opinion of the best and worst sites, and then Lisa's going to give you her favorite one. The best sites are 11, 12, and 14. Honestly, if you could get any on the second loop, which is 44 through 62, they're also very good as well. You won't be disappointed.
My pick is number 42 or 43 because it was next to the playground and one of the nature blinds. There were so many animals in this area to photograph.
The worst sites in our opinion were 24, 26, and 27.
Mike wasn't super fond of number 3 when you compared it to the other sites that are available. So that's our review of Crooked River State Park. We hoped you liked our review video. If you want to see our full tour of the campsite, check out our other video.
If you liked this video and you want to be notified, click the like and subscribe button. Be sure to click the bell to be notified of new videos.
Thanks for watching.